What's up, guys, and welcome back. Before we do anything else today, I just want to say thank you to everybody who replied to my previous video. If you didn't see my previous video, you should definitely check it out. I basically just kind of, I guess you would say almost called out a lot of the local residents here to see if anyone wanted their car featured. And I got way more responses than I thought I would. I have a whole list of cars lined up, cool cars that I think are going to make awesome videos. I think we're going to start those probably the next weekend maybe. So what we're doing right now is we're kind of honestly just driving around, trying to find some neat spots to shoot some of these cars. Not having a ton of luck. That's how it goes. My worst nightmare. Gah! Ugh. Yeah, that's a real sign. Tortoise at crossing. Don't hit the poor turtles. Like, does the devil come up with these streets? Like, seriously. Come on. I'm not really sure where I am, honestly. I kind of just ended up in a, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know how I got the Subaru back here, because there's a lot of potholes. But the search continues. Let's do some rally things in the Subaru since we're back here and nobody else is here. Wow, totally dropped it. Yeah, there's way too many potholes around here to do rally things. Now let's get out of here before the cops show up. So this driving around aimlessly stuff is not working too great. Maybe we should come up with a plan here. So, now as for how much insurance costs for the Skyline, I didn't go over this in my other video where I answered a bunch of questions about the Skyline because it really wasn't that frequently asked of a question, but lately for some reason everybody's kind of been wondering that kind of stuff. So let's take a minute and go over it. First thing I want to say is you have to be careful with which insurance company you choose. Some of them won't even insure it because it is an imported car and being right-hand drive and all that kind of stuff. The other big factor into finding out if your insurance company will cover it is the Japanese VIN numbers on those cars are not the same as the VIN numbers on cars in the United States. I think they're lacking like 6 characters or something like that. So with my insurance company, luckily I was able to use the same company that insures the Subaru here, but the problem that they had was in their system, they had to put in the VIN number, obviously, for the car, and they had 5 or 6, whatever it is, blank spaces, where they just had to put zeros at the end. And you can see where that would kind of come up with a little bit of a problem for the higher up people, whatever they have to do, you know, because it doesn't match. Technically, the VIN number doesn't match what they have in the system. Luckily for me, they still covered it, and not only that, but because it's 25 years old or more, I was able to get classic car insurance. Classic car insurance, I think, is definitely the way to go for that kind of car because your premiums are much less. And it's honestly a big reason why I was able to afford insurance for the Skyline to begin with. What classic car insurance is it pretty much, they give you limitations on how you can drive the car, where you can drive the car, and how it's stored. But I'll call these things, you know, limitations. Nobody obviously checks up on you, so I don't know how much the limitations they actually are, but that's part of it. But doing so, you get a really good rate. Now, there are a few insurance companies that you will have better luck trying to insure that. I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head, but a quick Google search will lead you to that. Now you're asking, well, how much do you pay? Well, for me, I pay $200 per year. Yes, that's per year. So that's obviously a really good rate and a big reason why I could afford to buy the Skyline to begin with, because if you think of how much that saves you over the course of years, it's obviously a ton of money. I also guess as long as we're on this topic, we'll kind of go over registering the car as well. Now, when I purchased my Skyline, it already had a US title. So I'm not quite sure of that process, but as far as registering it, it wasn't really any different than registering any other car. They did question the VIN number a little bit, so you might want to watch out for that. But besides the little VIN number thing, it was pretty much the same crazy DMV experience that you get with any other car. So what I'm gonna do here is just pull over in a minute, and I actually have my statement that I'll show you guys. You can see for yourselves that I'm not kidding, that it is actually $200 a year. So before we do that, I just kind of want to give you guys a little, I guess I would call it a channel update. For those of you who have already subscribed and already watching my videos, you'll know that I have a 500 subscriber goal before the end of the year, which is about 4 months away from now. So obviously I have a long way to go, but that's what goals are for. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is that for all the subscribers that I get, I will invest that back into the channel. And what I mean by that is I haven't been doing this for very long. Obviously all this camera equipment, whatever you want to call it, is very expensive. But I just want you guys to know that the more subscribers I get, basically the more I'll be investing not only into content for you guys, but also camera equipment for you guys to try to produce the best videos that I can. So just to show you guys that I'm not making this up, I do have the premium right here. As you can see, it is registered as a classic car. There's all those zeros I was talking about that they had to add, but there you can see that is $196 per year with an agreed value. Now, as a little disclaimer, I have a good driving record, I am married, all those kind of little bit of factors that will be factored in to determine the price. So if you're younger, if you don't have such a good driving record, obviously, you know, you're probably not going to be paying as little, but hopefully this video gives you a good idea on how much you would expect to pay. So if there's any other information that you guys want, you can always leave me a comment below, and if I know the answer, I'll obviously try to answer it for you, but that's just a brief rundown of how much you could expect to pay. As usual guys, thank you for watching, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time.